All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Unknown File Show. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday night all across the good old U.S. of A. Outdoors Dan here. Show is brought to you in part by our good friends out at Revelton Distillery down in Osceola, Iowa, the official spirits of the Unknown File Show. We're going to have a fun show tonight. It's file number 062624. We're going to be talking with the Illinois Paranormal Research Group, Cheryl and the gang, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Cheryl on. We are broadcasting live on Facebook as well. Cheryl, say hi real quick for me.
Hello.
Say check 1, 2, 3, check, check, check.
Check 1, 2, 3, check, check, check.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we got the audios going. Hello. Uh-oh, who's this? Shania? Reed.
Shayna.
Shania, Shanudu. I don't know. She's a slippery one because she goes in between the app and stuff. So, hi, there's Heidi. Everybody, good to see you. Looks like you got the whole crew ready to. I cannot enunciate tonight. It's crazy. I got a Achilles tendon, so it's like I can't talk because my foot's all messed up.
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Amazing how everything connected and it just messed with you.
Oh, it's horrible. How's the summer going for you since you're not teaching? You having fun?
I am having a great time spending this entire summer in my pool.
Well, now you're just rubbing it in.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, you know.
I actually had somebody send me an MP3 of you talking to one of your kids and having a disagreement in class. Did you hear about this?
No. Nope. Oh boy.
Did you hear that?
I did not hear it.
Is
it me shushing?
You can't hear that? Okay, it's a tree knock. You're getting a little. You're getting a. I don't know why you can't hear that. Unless I got it on the feed. You should be able to hear that. That's all right. Don't worry about it. I'm just teasing. Cheryl doesn't beat up her kids. So.
No.
So summer's good. You guys been out? How many times you been out doing stuff since summer school start or break school? We know when you get out of that thing you called school.
Yeah, just one.
Just one group.
Yep. This weekend. Just once this summer.
Rick Seeker's down the Ozarks listening. Hello, Rick. How you doing? Another group. Mary Rowland is in here listening. You know Mary?
I know Mary.
Yeah,
she's one of our groupies.
She's one of your groupies. There you go.
She's one of our groupies.
Yeah. So I'm afraid if I don't know if I turn that other speaker on, I'm going to get crossfeed. So I'll just try not to play any sound effects. So everybody listening on the app, you're going to be able to. Cheryl sent me some MP3s, so you're going to have to listen to the app if you want to hear it. So we'll go from there. Jenny Darnell is saying hi. I could send him some videos of Cheryl teaching. That'd be kind of fun.
That could be kind of dangerous.
Yeah. Good evening, Rick. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So what happened over? You guys were at Granger House in Marion, Iowa.
Have you
been there before?
No, that was our first time there.
Now, how did that get on the agenda?
So we were looking for somewhere different to go this summer that we hadn't been before. And so we're always researching locations, and we came upon it and I went, oh, well, this is interesting. So we looked it up, looked into it, and sent some emails and got signed up for June 1st. So that was our first thing of the summer. Yeah.
You were out there when?
June 1st.
Well, it wasn't real hot then, so you got lucky.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was nice.
I would not want to be in an old, dilapidated whatever in this heat. This would be miserable.
Oh, it's beautifully air conditioned. It's a museum.
Oh, where you were? Okay, this isn't like an old insane asylum or something like you.
Oh no! This is a very well kept. It's called the Granger House the Granger House Victorian Museum.
And what CNR Paranormal? Hello from CNR Paranormal. Illinois PRG is one of our favorites. Thank you, CNR. Thank you for chiming in today. That's awesome. What happened there that got you interested in going checking it out?
So we hadn't really heard anything about it. We didn't have a lot of background information, so we had to do a lot of historical background searches to find out information even about it. We knew that they did um, allowed overnight investigations on weekends, but there's not a whole lot out there on it. So we just did some research and followed some other teams that had been there and just went for it.
It's a
Where's-
nice little hidden gem.
Nice little hidden gem. Did they have a Casey's by so you could at least get pizza and some pop or something?
No, we got some
It wasn't
barbecue.
that far away. We did get bandanas.
We did get bandanas barbecue.
Bandanas barbecue. Oh, is this Southern Iowa?
Yeah, right outside of Cedar Rapids.
Okay, that's not Southern. That's Eastern Iowa. So there's so I didn't know there was a bandanas out in that area. So yeah, I knew the guy that started bandanas back in St. Louis, the Sire family. Really nice people. But I didn't know that was around. That's kind of spooky. So, did you have did they have boiled peanuts on the menu?
Yes.
Yes, because I think we got some.
Yeah. Yeah, they're different. If you're never had boiled peanuts, I suggest you try them at least once in your life. So,
Yep.
yeah. All right. Well, I was hoping because you and I talked when I took a couple months off to go turkey hunting. I didn't know my foot was gonna fall apart during turkey season, but
Right.
it is what it is. But I knew you were gonna. Hey, Tony, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for listening tonight. You told me you had some good stuff lined up, and bandanas was amazing. You know who that is, don't you?
Shayna.
Shayna, yeah.
Or was it? It could have been Chris too. So you
No,
never
no.
know.
It was Shayna or Shana.
It was Shayna.
Shanana. Yeah. Shanana. Yeah. No, she said it was amazing. They had good food. So, how many in the crew went to the Granger house?
9 of us.
9 of us, I think. So it was myself, Ryan, Gabi, Shayna,
Yeah.
Becca.
Is that a
Chris.
parrot or a dog?
That's my dog.
Okay. All right. No, you're good. I was just saying.
Catherine.
And Chloe and Catherine. So
Yeah, you're okay with the dog. I was just Raven's over there perking up because he can hear somebody talking to him. So
most people would say my dogs are squirrels. It's fine.
really, are they little?
Yeah, they're little.
Oh,
Just
okay.
little Shih Tzus. They're
No,
just little
That's all right. Now, Cheryl, this is a family show. Please don't talk like that. So you guys, 9 of you went. How many people have been in? How old is this house?
So the house was built in 1848.
1848.
Yep, and it started. So there's a main part of the house that consists of where the dining room is now, and what is the boys' room, which is directly above it, and that was the original house. And then later they built on the rest of the house. So it's really cool. And the Grangers actually lived in the house. They actually owned the house for just short of 100 years. A Granger family member lived in it until 1973, and then in 1976 it became a historical location.
So now that sounds cool. Now I was in Pennsylvania. That was my last turkey hunt. I was on western Pennsylvania, and Greensburg. It's we're somewhere close to Greensburg. So we were out in this old, out in the middle of nowhere, in this little hunting club lodge. It's like an old stone house, and it's like a split level and stuff. So the first night I was there all by myself, and I drove 13 hours. And, you're tired after driving and stuff. I met with my buddy Roop, and we went and got something to eat, and then we went back, and then he goes, "You want me to hang out?" And I said, "No, I'm going to just sleep because everybody else is coming to camp tomorrow. I'm going to at least try to get one good night's sleep." So I was sitting out there and don't know nothing about this property. It's just a huge hunting club. It's a lot of acres. There's like little mountains all over the place. And anyway, long story short, like at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I start hearing banging. And it's like, what in the world is going on? And so, because I kind of joked with Todd and them guys and said, "Now, is there ghosts that I need to know about?" Or anything? He goes, "No, it's not haunted, Dan. Come on." I said, "That's fine. I'm just asking." So anyway, I started hearing bam, bam, And I go, I'm not getting out of bed to go look. I'm too tired. I don't care. Whatever you are, have fun. See you later. So anyway, next morning I get down and I go to take a shower, and I open the door and I open the shower door and turn the water on, and then the shower door shuts and it's bam. That's the noise I was hearing. Was the shower door. I
There you
said,
go.
I said, Cheryl and the guys ought to be here checking this out. Yeah. So somebody was taking a shower like at 2 a.m.
I mean, when you need a shower, you need a shower. Maybe they were telling you needed a shower.
I probably did need a shower, but yeah, that's okay. I mean, it wasn't scary enough. And then when everybody else showed up, of course, nobody heard anything. So,
Of course.
yeah.
Of course.
I just thought it was weird because that's an old house too. It's just I love going to the rural areas like that. There's nothing around. I mean, you're out in the middle of nowhere and it's quiet. You got the fans going, and then you just never know what's going to go on. So, when you guys got in there, afternoon, evening, what time frame did you get in?
So check-in time was 4:00. It's definitely, I would say, more active during the day.
Yeah.
Really?
When we were just there signing all of our waivers and everything, we could hear footsteps on the upper level above us. The whole time we were, and then it was like when night fell, that house went to sleep.
Really?
It was very it was interesting.
Now, see, that's kind of crazy because you think it'd be the reverse, and hey, it's got to make hoaxing, checking out and debunking stuff a lot easier during the day, right?
Yeah, to a point. It's on a busy street, so there's cars constantly going by, people walking by, riding bikes, all hours of the night,
Ambulances
and during the day. So debunking a lot of the stuff is a little harder to do,
like
or
some
easier
of
depending on how you want to look at it.
like the claims of shadows. Well, when the cars go by at night, it totally puts off shadow play through the house.
Yeah.
Like, we noted that. We can't say people haven't seen shadows, but that's what we noticed when we were there, and that's our job to try to debunk things.
Well, no, you got to debunk it. Hey, Daryl
Right.
Adams, down in Oklahoma. Down in Oklahoma, good to see you. I would just think is setting your camera gear up and just checking. You can take a level and see if something's on level or not. It'd be easier during the day than night, probably. That's what I was thinking. I don't know how much you guys go green screen and go dark and stuff. So
We don't do that.
you don't do that. I thought, didn't the last time you tell me you were going to take your teacher's bonus and buy all these FLIR helicopters and stuff, and you were going to go green?
No, if I had that kind of money, I am just a poor teacher. That's all. I am looking at retirement. I got 8 years to go, and that's where I'm at.
Oh, now see, you made a good choice. See, now if you went into broadcasting, you'd have to do it till you die, and you still have no money. So yeah, that's a good thing. So what? Okay, so you guys really didn't research the house before you got in there. You got in there.
We went in and did research, found out about when it was built, who lived there, when they lived there. We know of all of the document deaths in the house. So, five of the Granger children died in the house.
Oh, that's
Wesley died at the age of 3 of diphtheria in 1879. His sister Mabel, who was 5, died 3 days later of diphtheria. And then another daughter, Louise, she died at 14 with complications from the measles, and she passed in 1881. There is a baby boy listed in the family Bible, and his birth and death were the exact same day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dora, who was the wife, she passed in the house in 1937 of natural causes. And then there is one documented suicide in 1905 of a woman. Her name was Mary Elizabeth Albright. But there's question of whether it was a suicide because she slit her neck. And I guess they say that the way that it was done, she couldn't have done it herself.
That's not good.
No. So there's all of that. And then we knew of all of the past claims in the house, like the footsteps that we experienced also, temperature changes and cold spots. One of the rocking chairs moved. There was a piano that teams have heard play on their own. And what was interesting is Luis, the 14-year-old, loved to play that piano. And we all kind of got, and it may have been a just a mutual, like all of us feeling. Gabi joined us. Can you see her?
Oh, I was going to tell you, be really careful when you turn around because there's something behind.
Surprise.
Hi, Abby.
But we all kind of got emotional just talking about her in the music room where the piano was located. But teams have heard the piano play. They said that objects have been moved from room to room, shadows that we didn't see, but we did see shadow play due to lights. So, you don't know. There's always a story of a woman in white. I think every haunted location has a woman in white. And then they hear girls laughing and singing.
Yeah, well, it is summer.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's, white in the summer, black in the night. Kenny Reese, these are friends of mine in Pennsylvania. That's where I was at. It says Megan and Amy said that there's a ghost that lives in the bow shop named Ace. Yeah, so there you go. You guys want to go to Pennsylvania? I might have a place for you to check out.
There we go.
I'm surprised there really wasn't more experiences in the house, considering how they allowed the transients to stay there. They weren't necessarily the wealthiest of families, but they were upper middle class. So they would allow the transients that were coming through town to stay there, offer them a meal and a bed for the night. They also held wakes in their front parlor. They would bring the caskets in through the window.
So the windows are from the ceiling to the floor. And they would bring the caskets in through those windows and set it up in the front room.
Bring them through the ceiling and down to the floor through the windows?
No, the window.
From the
the
first
windows
floor.
On the first floor.
They would just open up the window and then
bring in
shove the casket through.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. In a lot of small towns, like, they don't have funeral homes or anything like that, so it was whoever is someone in the town that has a house that's able to, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Back in the old days, I mean, people had wakes at home. I mean, they'd send Grandpa or Uncle John off, and they'd have a hoot and howl, and that's. But that's still, I don't know. That's just weird. I don't know.
Yep. I think the funniest part of the night, and I'm sure Shayna's listening because it has to do with her.
Yeah, she goes. She said she just put on there. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, Shayna slept in the room where they held the wakes.
Yeah, she just said that. She goes, I slept in the room. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at one point in the night, Shayna was walking. So Dora was the wife, was a very religious woman. And Shayna was walking through and she hit her toe or her knee on like a table or a corner of a couch or something. And she swore and she screamed. And we have this para lantern that's like a REM pod that detects EMF, electromagnetic field. And it makes sound. The only time that device went off the entire night was when Shayna swore.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shayna, you watched that, girl.
She apologized very quickly.
Jake wants to know, do you guys ever leave your phones or other electronic devices away from where you're testing to keep from getting interference?
Absolutely.
We constantly test to see if there could be any manipulation to whatever readings that we get. We try to decipher if there's like natural EMF, because sometimes there are, and just some old houses have bad wiring sometimes, so it's always also just a good thing to check for that.
Yep, absolutely. Lee White, good evening, buddy. Good to see you. Rick Seeker says our house originally had a coffin door off the front porch to facilitate bringing in the coffin to the front parlor for the viewing. Yeah, I won't be staying there, Rick. No, thank you. Yeah, Shayna said airplane mode.
Yes.
Airplane mode.
Yeah, if you put your phone in airplane mode, then it doesn't transmit
As bad.
Yeah, as badly.
iPhones are pretty rough.
iPhones are the worst because they're constantly reading your face.
Yeah.
I think Ryan and I sat on and watching camera one night trying to figure out what was flashing in everybody's faces.
Oh yeah,
and
you
then
can see it.
And then he's
cameras.
like, "Oh, it's their phone. It's their IR. It's flashing in our camera and the night vision. It picks it all up." But we're like, "What is that?"
And if it's not taking a picture of your face, it's taking a picture of the surroundings, and it'll put out what looks like a laser grid when it's taking the picture, and it's like, it drove me nuts one night watching it on cameras, trying to figure out what the heck was going on.
Heidi says, "Way to go, Chanel away to go." I can't say go Shayna. I don't. Heidi, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to just call in or something. Hoyt in Virginia says, "I saw one right standing beside the guy, and he got a finger in his ear." Okay. I saw one right there.
Possible.
Was that you? I don't know.
We have some handsy ghosts at quarters 1.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. No, wait. I see two. Oh, Hoyt, those are real people. Those are not apparitions. That's not
and
fun.
Then, what other notable things did we had happen? So we had this constant tapping. We were in the dining room, and there's a set of back stairs that you're not allowed to use, but we set equipment up on it.
Yeah.
And when we were asking questions, we would get this tapping. We spent forever trying to figure out where the tapping was coming from, who it was. Like Ryan and I even went outside to see if it was something like hitting the outside of the house, trying to recreate it. And we were never able to figure out what it was, but I'll bet you we spent 45 minutes just trying to figure out this tapping sound that we would get whenever we would ask a question.
Yeah, on the stairs.
On the stairs.
Yeah, because we had people checking up top the stairs, and we had people checking underneath the stairs, because right underneath there was also how you could get to the basement. So we were like trying to just hear and use the EMFs on both sides, just figuring out what was going on.
Did you guys hear any kind of walking or were there wood floors up on the upper levels and stuff?
Definitely did when we first got there. When we were getting shown around, I was pretty antsy and couldn't stand still, so I started walking around. And I made my way over by the stairs, and when I walked over there, I heard some loud creaks about right at the top of them.
Okay, where was everybody else at?
Everybody else was, I believe, in the dining room.
We were all in the dining room.
Downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
So you were the only one upstairs?
She was at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, you okay.
Next room over.
She was like in the hallway next to it by the front door. And we were all in the dining room. So she was like around the corner from us.
Okay. The dead deer behind Dan. I'm trying to read this. The dead deer behind Dan aren't ghosts, silly. No, those were deer. Those weren't ghosts. Yeah. That was lunch and dinner.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Hoyt, knock it off, buddy. Be nice. Come on. So, go ahead, Cheryl. I'm sorry.
So then up in the boys' room, we were talking, and we had we have those little motion activated cat balls that everybody's using now, where you have to like really touch them to get them to activate. And we were talking about how one of the boys fell down the stairs, and the way that the cat ball response was, it was almost like he thought it was funny that he fell down the stairs.
Well, I had asked him if it hurt, and I got like no response. I was like, "Did you think it was funny that you fell down the stairs?" And then the cat ball just wouldn't turn off. So yeah.
According to the story we're told about that was he actually fell into his mother's dinner party she was having. When he fell down the stairs, he busted through the door into her dinner party that she was hosting.
Did he get hurt?
I would assume not.
Right. I mean, any kid
Kids
falling
are
down
pretty
the
spongy.
stairs.
CNR says we ain't afraid of no ghosts. Shayna, CRP, or that's right, laughing out loud. All right.
And Ryan and we had an adventure in the parking lot.
Okay.
Not like that.
No, I wasn't saying it. I know. I was just saying things happen. Yeah, now this was during the day or in the evening now?
This was at night. This started at probably about 11.
Yeah.
And we were outside. He went out first, and then I went out, and he's like, I don't understand this EMF, the electromagnetic field.
Yeah.
Because it was almost like it was pulsing.
Yeah, we were investigating in the dining room again because that just seemed to be a good hot spot for us throughout the night.
The back stairs was hot.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just getting a weird reading, and it almost seemed to be in an exact straight line. So they decided to go check it out outside.
Mm-hmm. And it was like coming at us in waves.
Really?
It would like spike to like 13 and then drop down to 3.
And you guys were outside.
We were outside.
We
start walking. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Was there cables or electrical lines right there?
Which was funny is when he's like, so Ryan tells me, he goes, go walk to the power pole. So I go walk to the power pole, 0.
Really?
So then I'm standing in the parking lot and I'm holding it up in the air, like in front of me, the Mel meter. And it was like, just kept 11, 2, 0. And he's like, well, maybe there's wires underground. Set it down on the ground. Every time we put it to the ground, it went to 0.
That's crazy.
So we chased it all over the parking lot, through the lawn.
I had to have somebody else experience it because when I did my walk and was getting the different pulses, and it was spotty. It was different areas of the yard and parking lot. And then I looked down on my pocket and I have the transmitter for the baby monitor. I'm like, oh no, it's transmitting Bluetooth and it's putting off this power, and everything I just got was not anything. So I was like, I have to have somebody else do this and double check the readings I was getting.
Yeah.
Which was when she went and did her walk.
And I had nothing on me. My phone was in the house. I just left everything sitting.
Yeah, that's kind of weird that if you got an EMF and if it's moving and it's not from...
It was like coming at us in waves. It was the weirdest.
Yeah.
I've never had anything like that. Like, we've chased natural EMF fields through locations before. That's a normal thing. And then we're like, oh, it's natural.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, Hank down in Revelton. How you doing, buddy? Patrick O'Connor, good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you, Shauna, for doing my job. Am I saying that right now? Shayna. Why can't I say that right? Hang on. Shayna. Okay, I got it phonetically. I got it. All right.
I think we've just come to accept that it's not going to be said right for her, and she's accepted it.
Yeah, my humblest apologies. That EMF there was something else, Chris Nichols says.
Yeah.
That's weird. Because if it's not running the power lines or the telephone lines, usually if there's a lot of moisture in the ground, sometimes you can have some connected EMF and stuff from the moisture in the ground. But if you guys didn't have that and it was coming at you back and forth, that's really weird.
It was really. That's what we tell a lot of people.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. We tell a lot of people that in our presentations and things, that a lot of like when we do private residences, a lot of times it's not paranormal. Many times it's electrical and plumbing.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. 7:30 and some change here on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. It's Unknown Files. We're visiting with the folks at the Illinois Paranormal Research Group, and that's where you can find Shayna. Shayna's always there. You can find her. Yeah. See, if I spell it Chayna, I can't mess it up. See, Shayna. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. From now on, Cheryl, when I have you on, you just text me Shayna with a C.
Shayna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shayna with
Okay.
a C. All right.
Shayna with the C.
You guys hang on. I'll be right back. Keep it right here for more unknown files after these kind words from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Story. An Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at reveltondistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
OnX Hunt helps hunters be more successful in the field each season with maps of all public and private land and a fully functional GPS without service. The app, trusted by over 6 million users, has just released a bunch of new features to help you on your next hunt. New aerial imagery options like leaf off, recent imagery updated every 2 weeks with historic look back, and imagery on demand. On top of that, OnX is reinventing the trail camera market by syncing your Hunt app with multiple cell camera manufacturers and helping to organize and analyze your photos. You can also now view your maps in Dash when driving to your next hunting location. These are just a few of the many updates OnX has for this hunting season. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you used the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own. By using changeable, flexible, abrasive belts, the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool sharpeners or the Work Sharp guided field sharpener at a store near you, or anytime at worksharptools.com. That's worksharptools.com.
All right, welcome back to the Unknown Files on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday all across the good old US of A. I got my friends from the Illinois Paranormal Research Group on, and we're talking about a little place out in Iowa. Dan Young, we need some paranormal sponsors for some ads. You know, Shayna, I don't know what to tell you because it's spooky out there right now trying to get sponsors. I'm telling you, this economy is crazy. Yeah. I could probably. I'm just telling you, if I was you guys, I know who I would go talk to.
Maglite.
I would talk to battery companies. I would talk to flashlight companies. I would go. I would
Energy drink. Ghost Energy. Hello.
Yeah, I would go talk to your local distribution center that handles Red Bull and all that, and tell them. See, the thing is, when you're doing a niche thing like that, it's easier sometimes. But this economy, I tell you, I've been doing this for 27 years, and business is rough right now. And I do 6 shows a week. And I still haven't seen a ghost. No, I'm just teasing. I haven't seen Bigfoot either. We had Dr. Jeffrey Mulderman on last week, and he's an actual college professor at Idaho State. I mean, this guy knows more about footprints and castings and stuff. And that guy, he keeps shaking my head. It's like, I don't know, something's got to be out there, because if he's just finding all this stuff from the 50s and 60s, people didn't know how to fake all that back then. It's really crazy. That was a good show last night. CNR says Ghostbusters ad. There you go. I don't know if you're going to get Ghostbusters. Hey, there is a company in Iowa called Clogbusters. And they said, when you get clogged, who you going to call? They do a little parody on Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would be hitting up the pizza places. Hey, after a long night of ghost busting, when your EMF is all wore out and your feet are tired, you don't feel like cooking. You need to call up and go to C&J's Pizza.
We have done this. We always tag Bad Boys Pizza.
Yeah.
When we get pizza from them, and Jimmy John's when we get sandwiches, because I feed my team.
Yeah, you got to feed your team. Yeah, their food's so good. There's nothing paranormal about it. It's just awesome. Yeah. Then you could really get mean at somebody and say the only thing paranormal or spooky here is the bill. Da-da-da.
For real. I feel that.
Yeah. Especially with Shayna. I bet she consumes mass quantities of pizza.
No.
No?
No.
I was teasing her. She's over here laughing about something. So. All right, so what was the most, I want to thank you for sending me those clips. I put them on the feed, and I can't hear them. I can't hear the responses. I can hear you guys. Let's see if I'll try it real quick, but I tried to get that going. Let's see if I can get this up on the feed thing. And I could not hear them with my headphones, so I think people are going to have a hard time hearing. Now, this is the stairs where it says cool. You guys want to set this up and we'll try it?
So Ryan built some EMF pumps with batteries, and you can explain it.
Okay, so it's spinning neodymium magnets, and it puts out an EMF field that spirits can draw from, essentially.
And he was explaining it to them, and the response was cool.
So you were explaining it to the people there that are not real people anymore.
Yeah, if you need energy, ask for these.
I think that's a brilliant idea, actually. I mean, nobody probably ever does, gives them credit for that anymore. Let me see if I can. Here it is, folks. This is the clip that they sent. See, that was just it. You can barely hear it in my headphones. Could you hear that out there? If you're listening on the app, let me know. Yeah.
I will get them after the show tonight. I'll get them transferred over, and I'll get them posted on our Facebook page also.
I didn't.
Yeah. Do what? Could you hear it?
You're listening on Facebook. He's playing it on the app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll get them posted on our Facebook page after the show tonight.
Yeah, just tag me, tag the Unknown File
Okay.
Show, and then we'll that way they can hear them. But because like the other one here, I'm going to cut the mics here real quick, and I'll put it on the big speaker, and see if we can hear it. Hang on, I'm going to cut the mics. Hang on. This is one called. You guys want to? It says maybe. You want to set this up before I play it?
So Chloe asked, "Did you used to live here?"
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Just a response.
All right. Hang on.
No, we can't hear it.
I can actually hear that one a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The clearest one. Okay, so the next one that says kid's name, that one's hard to hear. But clip number 4, where it says "Mom's coming,"
Oh,
that
you know
is
what?
clear as day.
I couldn't get that to load, Cheryl.
No, okay. I'll get those all posted.
Yeah, I got cool kids and maybe. Here's
Okay.
the kids. I'm gonna cut my mic. I'm gonna cut the mics real quick so you can hear the big speaker. Hang on.
What's the little kid's name?
I don't remember offhand.
2.6.
Yeah, it just I could barely hear it. I can hear something, but you can't hear what it is. So.
Okay, I'll get them all posted.
No, that's okay. It's just technology. Who are you going to call Ghostbusters? Thanks, Dirk in Minnesota. That's our buddy Dirk Stark up there in Minnesota.
You're going to call IPRG.
Yeah, IPRG, Dirk. You're going to call. Hey, my fishing buddy up in Minnesota got me this, the Minnesota Bigfoot Research Team. Isn't that cool? Yeah, got me a nice. Yeah, I'm going to wear that.
I'm going to send you one of our shirts.
I will proudly wear it on the show. I promise. That's awesome. So that's cool. All right. So shadows. Did anybody get grabbed, or did anybody feel anything? It was nope. So kind of not one of the best.
Yeah, a lot of EMF sickness.
Yeah. Oh, really? You guys got sick off of it, huh?
Yeah, headaches. Gabi, we think Gabi came down with something else afterwards because she ended up really sick.
Yeah.
Like we spent 6 hours in the ER sick.
Oh, that's not good.
So that was not
I'm
fun.
all good now. But...
Now,
are you?
Yeah. Well, we want you to be okay. That's all right.
Right.
So what's next for the crew? What you got cooking next?
This weekend we are at Quarters 1, not a public investigation, just us. We had a friend in the paranormal field. His name was Jared Conger. He passed away earlier this year.
I'm sorry.
And we're doing like a memorial investigation. So our team set up an investigation, and we worked with his wife, and she got hold of past team members of their team and things like that. And so we're doing like a memorial investigation because Quarters 1 was one of Jared's most favorite places to
tell everybody about, if they're listening for the first time tonight, what's Quarters 1. You're going to love this, folks.
Yeah. So Quarters 1 is located on the Rock Island Arsenal, which is our local Army base. And it is the second largest living quarters, only second to the White House. So it's just short of 22,000 square feet and has 51 rooms. And now they rent it out for birthday parties, baby showers, weddings. And then we host all of the Arsenal's paranormal events for them. We do 10 a year for them.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool historic location on an active Army base that we get handed the keys to this 150-year-old home, and
we go in, help clean the house.
Yep.
We help take care of it. We have pretty strong relations with who takes care of the house, and we just help out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Heidi says Q1 is the best.
Yeah.
It's kind of a double-edged sword for us, though, at times, because it's so active. And then we go to a place like Granger, and we're like, oh, it's so quiet here. It's so quiet. It's the right amount of activity for three 3 ghosts to be here. It's
Right.
a perfect amount of activity. It's not quarters 1 level, but it's the perfect amount.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the time when you go out and do these things, really nothing happens. I mean, that's pretty much the course of the. I mean, it's when it does happen, it's kind of out of the normal, right?
And that's
a lot of time talking to an empty room.
Yeah.
We spend hours sitting in dark rooms talking to each other.
Yeah.
And that's what we tell people when they come to our public events.
Is it the general or the colonel? Who's the one that's real cantankerous out there?
So, Colonel King.
It's David.
It's David. So Colonel King is very prevalent, as well as General Rodman, who is the house's builder.
Which is the one that always picks on the girls? I can't remember, Cheryl.
That's my best friend, Colonel King.
Yeah, Colonel King. Yeah.
Ryan made me a shirt that has a picture of me and a picture of Colonel King, and it says "Best Friends Forever."
Aw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Any other new locations that you guys have got booked or you're looking forward to?
I think we've got some things in the talks, but it's just following through on contacting and seeing. Yeah. Otherwise, we have East Moline, and
we're going to give a presentation.
October. That's the only other
at the East Moline Public Library in October.
Yeah.
And it's their new library because they moved across the street. We've investigated the old library in the past. So hopefully this will open the door, and because they want us to pull out some of our toys and see if there's anything in the new library or if any of the spirits followed them across the street.
Okay. Mary says she gets the best hugs at quarters 1.
Yeah. Mary got really affected at quarters 1 this last time. Like she had to leave the basement in May, and she normally doesn't get bothered by the ghost. She's been there so much, but we had somebody from every group that went to we divide up into 3 different teams.
Yeah.
And every one of us had to leave the basement.
Mm-hmm.
I have one of the island captains. Actually, I had 2 of them in my team, and one of them, his wife, was like, "Okay, I'm done," and she's like, "I have to get out of here," because it was just
here.
It was just overwhelming.
Kristen's in the house. She says hi.
Hey, Kirsten.
Rick says no human would stack books like that. I don't know what you're talking about, Rick, because did we talk about book stacking? Is there book stack somewhere he's seen? I don't know. Mary says we miss you too. So there you go. All right, I got a couple questions for you guys. I got some emails when I told everybody you were going to be on. Sarah from Maryland says, have you guys ever put down foot powder in an entranceway where there was a lot of activity to see if you ever got any prints or anything?
Yes, we did that actually at quarters 1 up on 3rd floor, and I think it took us like 3 months to clean it all up.
Did it really?
Get anything?
Really?
No.
What?
Just because the wood up on 3rd floor of that building is so just dilapidated and falling apart, and it just got stuck in all the creases and crevices.
I think we could probably get away with it better at Edinburgh.
Yes. Yeah.
Which wouldn't be a bad idea there.
True.
Just some baby powder.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick figured. All right, I got Rick's. He was talking about the Ghostbusters movie in the library.
That's when they were stacking the books.
Yeah. Rick, come on. I got enough to do without trying to guess what you're trying to talk about. Come on, man. I'm going. I don't have any books stacked over here. I'm looking all over, and I don't see anything. Come on, man.
But we've also left, because we're at quarters 1 so much, we have left controlled experiments, and we've left things. We've put a tape X on the floor, and we'll leave things placed just to see if it gets moved in any way and things like that.
Now, see, I got my friend Daryl in Oklahoma. He had paranormal activity out in Oregon where he lived, and he said he's seen a couple Bigfoots, and they would leave like food for them and stuff out there, and they would go back and check, and he would take like cookie dough or frosting and put it on trees, and he'd put a camera up there, and it was like time lapse that it would disappear, but you could never see anything. So that it was really goofy. But they put tiles out, little Yahtzee tiles or whatever, where you spell stuff out, and they would come back and they would be moved and different words and stuff. Have you guys ever done that?
We've played blackjack, or what'd you guys play at Edinburgh?
We play a lot of euchre.
But at Edinburgh, you guys are
setting up equipment
and playing
touch
playing
equipment
21.
if you want to hit. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, we were playing. We also just played like euchre with them. We did play blackjack. Just any card games we asked them. We're like, hey, does anyone want to play this? And there'd be devices going off. Like, okay, we'll start playing this one. And we'd be very patient and let them have their chance to play. Sometimes it happens. Other times it's just us sitting at the table playing cards.
But at Edinburgh, it was cool because they were actually turning on a flashlight when they wanted a card.
Okay, Steve in Florida just texted me. Dan, would you ask him how they can debunk people on flashlights turning on and off by themselves?
So, with that one, there's theories both ways. LED flashlights don't work as well. So the theory is, we use the mini mag flashlights and you turn it just so that it's barely in the on position or off position. And then theory is that they can use their energy to complete that connection. Well, reverse theory to that is that hot and cold and the battery stretching can also do that. But what we like is when it turns on and off when we ask it to, because that's not going to be coincidental or hot and cold affecting it. If we can get, and we've also put colored covers on the flashlights before and had one as a yes and one as a no.
Oh, like a filter, like a color filter. Oh, that's kind of a cool idea. Yeah.
And they've actually used those correctly. So there's always ways and theories for and against our, what we do in our line.
We do also make sure that vibrations will not turn on the flashlights when we set them. So like if we put a flashlight on the floor, we literally start stomping our feet right next to it to see if any of that level of vibrations will set it off. And if it does, then that means we set it up wrong.
Yeah. The other thing we do to debunk is if we feel like one flashlight is being used like an odd amount, like this is a little too much, we might take that one, shut it off, and say, go find another one now. And if they go find another one, then it's a little more valid. Even then, there's gray areas to everything in the paranormal, and you have to be willing to find a hill that you're going to die on.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to argue with yourself, too.
And we argue among ourselves.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you're trying to figure it out. Hoyt says you do realize if you mess with things like this, you might open a can of worms or a situation you might not be able to get rid of.
Absolutely.
That's why
we call that, what is that called?
They did
FAFO. FAFO. It's a family show. F around and F.
Oh,
around
okay.
And find out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jeff up in New York says, "Sorry, I missed most of it. Go back and watch it when I it'll be on YouTube tonight, and we'll play it on the network on Saturday next week, Jeff. So thanks for tuning in when you did. I appreciate that." Yeah, I've had a couple buddies of mine say, I don't know if you should be doing that stuff. And I said, well, I'm just talking about it. I'm not actually out there doing anything. One of these days I'll get out there and do something with you guys when I get some time.
Absolutely.
Heidi says there's little phrases you have to be careful of about. Heidi, I'm not going to say that. You will eventually find out what happens. There you go, Heidi. I get what you're saying. Christian says, haha, yes, FAFO. All right.
They know.
Yeah. There you go. Got me going. All right.
We've been doing this long enough. We know kind of where the limit is, kind of where we should we're gonna stop there.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're out there just taking readings and listening and stuff, but I mean, if I start, I think there's certain things. If I started smelling something really bad or whatever, I'd probably get out of there. Or, I would be saying a little prayer and burning some sage when I got home.
All the time.
It's also important to just be around people that you also genuinely trust when you're doing these things. Like we all quite literally trust each other with our lives doing these things. So yeah, we're just extremely careful. We always look at each other to make sure that like we are ourselves as well. So yeah, it's just all in the game. Like if you do it, you have to be careful, and if you don't, then you find out what the consequences of not being careful are.
Mary says you all know how to be respectful too. They know what they're doing. So there you go. Yeah, Mary, listen, I always tell everybody, it's all right if you disagree with somebody but always just be respectful when you talk to them,
Yeah, she's talking about being respectful to the spirits.
No, I'm saying, I mean, with everything, because that's, they probably, it's crazy.
I would say there are teams that investigate using provoking, and that's going to get a response.
Yeah.
But also, doing it with respect gets a response, and how you investigate, that's the response you're going to get.
Yeah, I got enough problems. I don't need to be provoking anything. Right? All right, we got to go. I knew this was going to go quick tonight. Let me know when you guys get close to doing another one. We'll get you back on and see what's going on. If someone wants more information about your group and where they can find you, and why don't you tell them, Cheryl, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yep, it's easy to get us on our Facebook page on Ilinois Paranormal Research Group. You can send us a message there. Our email is linked there. Our YouTube is linked there. We're on TikTok. So we're everywhere, but there's about 3 of us who will respond on the Facebook page if anyone has any questions about anything.
Okay, real quick, Eileen says Mary's always pretty mean to her. That's funny. All right, well, listen, thank you so much, and you guys be safe out there. Enjoy your. So you're going out this weekend then?
We are.
Yeah, be careful in that weather. Seriously, it's hot.
It'll be toasty upstairs.
It's gonna be. Hopefully, got some air conditioners in and going. They've been doing some renovations of the house, doing some repairs and things.
Yeah.
So hopefully, they got some of the window units back in. Otherwise, it's gonna be.
We've been talking about avoiding third floor altogether.
Yeah.
Make sure you stay hydrated and be safe.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hopefully, no storms.
Yeah, there you go.
We're talking maybe some severe storms again Friday night. So
I am so sick of this severe weather. We got hammered again last night or the night before.
It came through here also.
Yeah, I've had enough. Poor people had enough. All right, gang, I'm going to let you go. You guys be good. Please let me know what's going on. And real quick, tell them where they can find you on Facebook.
Ilinois Paranormal Research Group.
Yep. Did somebody say something? You guys say something? Nope, I'm hearing stuff. Thanks, everybody. You guys be good and look forward to talking to you again.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Dan. Take care.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
There they go.